Good evening. Hello. I'm just getting set up here really quick. The picture on the screen looks rather familiar, that's because it is in fact the picture on my starting soon screen. Today, I want to actually go through and glow up my old paintings because I have recently acquired this. Can you see it? Stuart Semple's Nebula Lit. I have mixed up some already, and I'm going to add bioluminescence to all of my blue fish. So that is the plan tonight. I'm actually going to add a little bit more of the pigment powder directly to my premix, just because I have swatches that I tested here. This is the current test swatch. I wanted it transparent as well, so that, you know, I could kind of like see what I was doing behind it. The music's really loud. I don't know if it's really loud for you. There you go, I muted it. One second, you want to do that? Let me turn that down a little bit. All right. So I have this sample, which I tested, and it's a nice color, but I can make it pop a little bit more, I believe. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add. Can I put this down? Hold on. You may see my fuzzy mic here for a second. Kinda. If I do it back here, you can kind of see it. Okay. Sorta, kinda, sorta. All right. So I'm actually just going to directly put some of this right into here. And as you can see, it's already this really nice kind of custardy consistency. Where's my little thing here? Actually, it's dry. I was using this with water before, so I didn't, yeah, it still has some water in it. I don't use it. I have another little tiny measurement, which actually worked better. But this is the straight pigment powder itself, which is actually a white or clear powder, but it will fluoresce blue. Now, it is a grainier texture than most pigments that I've worked with anyway. But I mean, that's to be expected. It's got to hold, it's got to do a lot of work, essentially. Now, what I'm hoping, there it is. Sorry, I have a brush specifically for this very, very long-handled brush I use specifically for mixing. What I'm hoping is that once I get this onto the painting and charged up, I'm gonna kill all the lights and see if the camera picks up the glow. I have no idea if that'll actually see it, if you'll see it. I do have a big piece of cardboard to kind of like put in front of my monitors to hide the ambient light. This stuff you really do have to mix up very, very well. If you let it sit for too long, I did notice that the actual particles of the pigment itself will sink to the bottom. And it's almost... it almost seems to act when it's just the pigment and water together, like a non-Newtonian fluid, where when you just kind of move it smoothly, it seems very putty-like and very liquidy. But then, like, you can kind of, like, let it sit for a moment and then kind of jab at it and it'll crack, which is weird. But then it instantly, like, kind of falls back to liquidate. So I found that to be an interesting property of this. I had... I don't know where it is. When I have stuff like this that I need to keep active, I usually put like a little ball magnet into it so I can shake it around like your nail polish. Like your nail polish when you were younger and you did your nails and you had to shake up the nail polish first. You know, before they went with all the weird acrylics and stuff that you have to put under the light to harden. Oh, it's in here. This is my failed batch, unfortunately. My ratio to pigment. Come on. To primer. To bonder. As you can see, did not work. I have a little neodymium magnet in here somewhere that I was hoping to fish out. But I think it's actually locked in some of the primer. So it's just not coming. Alright, well, we'll just have to stir a lot. But you can see the difference right away. Like, see how it's chunky? That's where the primer dried outside of the pigment. Which is what you don't want, because then the pigment flakes off. Alright, that should be good. Let's get rid of the bad one we don't want to use. Now, I have this picture, and I have like 2 other ones here as well. Because in the series, I actually did want to, I've always intended to make this entire series a bioluminescent featured series. Can you guess which parts of the fish I get into glow up? Oh, let me do something real fast. Real fast. I just want to update my my Instagram. Tell people that I'm live. Essentially. Capture live. Live me. And then we'll get started with the stuff. I mean, it's a terrible post, but it'll have to do. Oh, is it just that it's not focused? Possibly. Alright. Almost done, I swear. You know what? Never mind. It's gonna take me forever. I don't know why people find it so easy to just post something real quick to Instagram. I'm like, I've got to like, I need the picture first off to post, and then I have to write something to post. Like, I can't just put, nothing, because then no one will see it. Sorry, my slight frustration with all sorts of, social media is that it seems to take me 10 times longer to do the most basic things that everyone else is just like, nah, it's easy, just do it. What? How? How do you do it so quickly? Alright, I'm gonna try it one more time, I swear. It just looks the same. It just looks exactly the same. Like, it will not picture, it will only take the bad picture that I took and will not take the new picture that I just took. And so it's so fuzzy. There. That'll work. It's broken in podunk, but... It is what it is. My post has been shared. It won't do anything, I'm sure. It'll just be us. Alright. I need good paintbrushes for this. Little itty bitty ones. And let me move this guy back up again so you can see. And I'm actually just gonna go, well, you'll see where I'm going over. Do I want to keep this all out on one thing? Probably not. Let me make a miniature little tray. That way I can close this one back up and not have it dry out as quickly. Even though it will dry out quickly. Alright, I'm gonna turn the music back up. I'm gonna hush myself. And we're gonna add some glow. And we'll test it in a little bit. After the first layer dries, we'll test it. Okay, I can't. I'm not even wearing my headphones, and I can hear this music and how loud it is. And it's driving me mad. Yes, my mouth. So we're changing it, so just be prepared for an abrupt... change of pace. We go to... Let's see if chill EDM is better. A little bit more smooth. Yes, that'll work. That will definitely work. Okay. Alright. As you can see, it's kind of going on very white, which I expect, because I did mix some titanium white into it to give it something to bounce. Which is fine. This is a frogfish. This was imaged about, I'm gonna say, a little over 2,000 meters down. Very, very, very deep. He's very blue. And we actually don't know, at least, there's no documentation that I can find on this particular frogfish being bioluminescent. Other frogfish at these depths are. In fact, almost all of them are. We can make the logical deduction that they have bioluminescence, like most 80% of benthic animals. Get down. Get down. Get down. Thank you, Bubba. 80% of benthic animals, which are animals that live in the deep ocean, the ocean bottom, not in the water column, are bioluminescent. However, we don't know, we can't visually tell what part of the animal is bioluminescent. There's no external structure or cell type that we can like visually recognize. Some fish have markers on them that we would identify as more commonly used for bioluminescence. For example, a lure to a lurefish, like this nose part here, because lures on other fish are more often bioluminescent, we can make the deduction, even if we've never seen it. That's the thing. We've never actually seen them luminesce. Ergo, we cannot definitively say they do. We can just make logical deduction. The trick is that it's very hard to see bioluminescence without the proper equipment. And that proper equipment is, one, very expensive and very rare. And there are just not a lot of biologists who are trained to study bioluminescence. The most famous one, Edie Witter. She is a marine biologist. She's based out of Florida. She's best known for being the woman who has captured the first live video of a giant squid, which is pretty fantastic. She created bioluminescent lures to mimic deep sea jellyfish to lure a giant squid up to see if she can get a picture of it. She did. With some Japanese scientists, and then I want to say an Italian scientist, but I don't remember if I'm right on that. But she is the leading expert on this, and she has said that she can't, or at least she doesn't know of any one type of cell that is universal in a visual sense across different fish species. Now what's going to be interesting too is the fact that this paint has a grain to it. So once it's dry, I should be able to feel the texture, which is going to be helpful if I lose where I am doing stuff. Like that, yeah. Looks like a sandy texture. We're going deeper. Hey, yo. We're going deeper. I'm also periodically using my brush to mix it in the lid as well. Because I want to make sure I'm picking up a lot of pigment with the paint. So they don't separate too much.
want to see what it looks like. I'm impatient for glow. I also want to do something up here that's thin, but I'm not quite sure what yet. No idea how well these little stripes will show up, but you never know. Can't hurt except to try. Alright. Let's see what happens. Let me turn off my big lights first. I'm hoping that it's close enough to the ring light. I also want to block off the ambient light from my computer monitor. Somehow. As much as I can. Drop. Pen. Okay. This is
bright as I can get it. I'm gonna bring it real close for a moment. And we're just gonna let it bake in the light. Let's see. While I do that, I'm gonna take a sip of my hot chocolate. How long do you think we should wait? I'm impatient to try it right away, but I'm like, if I do and it doesn't show up, I'll be disappointed. Alright. No, I'll have to give the camera a second to adjust too. Oh, let me move my... camera client to my other monitor, which is dark. Okay. I suppose I could just turn one of these off. And that should do the same thing, but whatever. Alright. Moment of truth, let's see. Now mind you, I might be able to see a lot of stuff and you might not be able to see anything. It just depends on my camera and whether or not I can pick it up, which is doubtful. Anything at all. I mean, I can see it. Darn it, you can't see it at all. I'm like bringing it as close to the camera as possible. Let's see if I can see anything. Oh yeah, kinda. Weird. I had to pop the white out. You see that? The white, you see it. Why is that? So weird. But you know what? Not complaining because you can see it. Yay! It's glowing! I wish you could see it better, but it's also fading because it's also now very dark. And it wasn't baking that long. Ah! Now it's very much out of focus. There it is. No! Alright, so now I know that we need to let it sit under the light for a lot longer for it to actually pick up the glow in the dark. Oh. But it does pick it up. And that's the important part. So, while it is under the lights more, and while I still have this open, can I turn my flash on? Yes. Does it do anything? Not really. We'll keep it on. Any little bit helps.
Yes, these are non-toxic pigments. I mean, you don't want to eat them or get them in your eyes. Apparently, pigment powder with silica, but it's not going to kill you to get it on your skin or anything. It's not a solvent. So I have some weird allergies, so I looked that up right away. And I'm also trying to be mindful of pigment distribution. Because this is a granular pigment, it doesn't lay out as smoothly, even when mixed in with binders. At least from what I've found. I mean, this can also be because I'm not using the recommended binder, because they've been pulled out of it for a while. And I'm but, you know. I do want to see what. Just take brush. This is a little glowing.
let's give this a little bit of a white border. Autofocus it again. And then oh. Look, why didn't the light turn off? Because the camera's light is still on. That's why. Woohoo! Yeah, that punches out a lot better. Look at that. All right. That is a much different looking fish. What I find interesting is that these are so, you can't see my hand. I'll cover them up. These are so bright. This is not as bright. I'm just wondering because it's not in the direct light. I can't really see the dots. I can see all the dots. But again, I need a stronger light to really get that color to pop. But I am pleased that we're seeing the effect on camera. Because frankly, that is one of the things that I have not been able to capture yet. Which makes me wonder how much light does this need to absorb before it really starts to pop in that color? I mean, for all of it, because there's a lot of it too. I wonder if it's just because the camera's in the way? It's like you get a very big close-up of his nose. Hello! We bring nose much closer. Same thing with his eyes. And that get all of this bigged up. Man, you really do need that white part. Which also kind of like detracts from it. See? It's like you can't see it. It's so weird. Oh. I figured it out. It's the UV light from the monitors that's helping. It's actually letting you see the glow. See it? Yeah. Now you can see it better. And it's blue. The color I wanted it to be. Still can't see the top. I can. But again, this ring light is not really giving it a lot of color to bounce off of. What autofocus look like? It's trying. But I like how even the color is. Like it's not spotty, which is what I was worried about, right? Especially with mixed pigment, if you don't mix it well enough, it's gonna spot. But not spotty. Super smooth, super smooth. This is smooth. It looks like the camera, see the graininess coming through? Camera's struggling with that nose.
Lovely. I think I'm going to continue the dot pattern because I'm quite enjoying that. But not in the dark. There we go. Awesome. Now the question is, do I want to do all of the dots? Because I have another picture. But first, I'm going to walk away for a moment, and I will be right back. Have returned. Let's see. All right, still looking good. Tries to autofocus. Really just can't see the top though. That's okay. That is A-okay.
going deeper. Hey, yo.
you. You can kind of see where the dots are coming in. Again, I can see them a lot better on my end because it's not through camera, but they're there.
can see what's wrong or right.
while that's a little strong, I've added a lot more dots throughout the body. I didn't want to do the entire thing because that wouldn't be... I mean, none of it's going to be realistic, but he wouldn't let his entire body in one continuous pattern, so that would give them away. This breaks up the pattern of all of these being lit. These are kind of acting like lures to me. This needs more coating up here because it's not being seen. Just doesn't have enough light to it. I went over this one more time, and that obviously did something, so that helped. And then I'll have to do the same thing for this. And then underneath on the mouth here as well. They're already fading, but this is a really good start so far to my new glow adventures. Let's see, can the skipping tool get the screenshot of the glow? I mean, I'll take a better picture later on, but I'm tired, and this was a very late night stream. Mostly because if I'm gonna work in glow in the dark stuff, I can't do it during the day. But it is midnight, and I know I haven't streamed at all this week, but it was a very busy week for me, and I got a lot of stuff done. So I will be back on Monday, possibly Sunday. For the Sunday night, Monday morning, late night stream. I may do that instead of doing it on Monday. So, just like today. That way we can continue working with the glowies, and hopefully I can get a different light setup working out so that we can see this a little bit better. But, so far, thanks Stuart Semple for developing this. I can see the colors fading already. I'll pull it on here for a second. There we go. Just so we can see the way it looks normally. He's just sitting there. He's trying to attract fish. And then all of a sudden, oh no! Time for fish. Awesome. And I'll be doing this with the other deep sea paintings that I have. I have a bunch of them that I want to reintroduce. Excuse me. More glow-in-the-dark pigment too, so I'm going to try and also charge this painting up under actual light and see how it pops then, and see if I can get a good picture of it. So there might be a better picture of this on my Instagram tomorrow. So have a good night. Thanks for sticking with me so late. I appreciate you. We've got a good glow going on here. It's funny, it's actually like picking up. If I had a black light, this would just pop like crazy, because this would be picked up really, really well with black light. It might actually make it easier to work with too in that case, but either way, for now, no more dawdling. I'm going to bed. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.